Around 2000, negligence law in Australia was out of control. Awards and insurance costs were rising dramatically. Sporting clubs and voluntary associations were facing the need to shut down because of their inability to afford appropriate insurance. An inquiry was held in New South Wales led by renowned former Justice Ip, and this led to harmonised civil liability legislation regulating negligence. One of the changes proposed by Justice Ip was to include within the matters to be considered by the court the social utility of the conduct which caused the harm. The idea was that activities which had great social utility should receive more protection than activities with low social utility. This principle was tested in Hoffman and Boland. Molly Hoffman was a baby aged less than 6 months and was having a rough night. Her extended family were staying at a holiday home, and to give her parents a break, Molly's grandmother, the Reverend Hannelore Hoffman, got up to the baby and took her downstairs to settle her. She was unfamiliar with the staircase which went around the corner, and she lost her footing and fell, and poor Molly was seriously and permanently injured. An action was taken on Molly's behalf for negligence. The court split on the question of whether Reverend Hoffman had a duty of care to Molly at all, but the better reading of the case seems to be a consensus that she did. However, the lead judgment, that of Acting Justice of Appeal Sackville, found that she did not breach that duty of care. Justice Sackville found that even on the physical facts, she had not breached the duty of care because she had taken adequate care while descending the steps. But then he went on to consider the question of social utility. He said, Reverend Hoffman acted as she did in order to provide temporary relief to Ms. Hoffman from the early morning burden of caring for an unsettled and perhaps distressed infant. Reverend Hoffman's decision to proceed down the staircase while carrying the plaintiff was in furtherance of that purpose. Domestic assistance of this kind has a very high social utility. It goes to the very heart of what family members do for each other. This case confirms that the social utility of an activity will help to determine whether or not it was appropriate for a person to run any risks associated with that activity.